Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another first look video. Today we're going to be checking out Tiger Knight Empire War. This game is sort of a MOBA mixed with like Mount & Blade style combat. It's actually a really fun and interesting game that came out at the end of last month, late October. And I'm really enjoying it so far. The game is set in medieval China, but they're actually working on a portion of the game to be set in Rome as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. But the game is a lot of fun, as I said. It works very similar to a MOBA in that you have a bunch of like fodder units that follow you around, basically. And then you're fighting a 5-on-5 battle with heroes and their like little trash units that follow them around. And there's pretty extensive level ups for all these guys. For the Chinese at least, there's 3 factions. So there's the Wei, the Shu, and the Wu. And they have very massive troop trees here that are continuing to be expanded as the game, goes on into development. So there's the Wei, here's the Shu, which is the faction that I've been focusing on mostly, and then the Wu, who I haven't really touched. Basically, if you want to go ranged right now, you definitely want to go with the Wu. The Shu are pretty good at being tanky, I guess. They have pretty solid armor and a lot of blunt weapons, so they like maces, and they also use like war picks and two-handed axes and stuff. The Wei is more traditional in that they are going to be just, pike formations and things like that. They have a lot of spearmen. And then they do have the Roman faction teaser right here. You can see some of the units that they'll be working on there. So I'm really looking forward to playing as the Romans. But let's get back to the main page here. So I have played this game a little bit so far. I'm level 6 currently. These guys are your adjutants right here. You can recruit different ones. I only have the first guy right now. But I am getting fairly close to the second one. You have to spend... These little star points are prestige. You can buy prestige, or you can earn it in battle. And then your main source of money, I guess, is copper. And that's what you're going to be spending on a lot of the upgrades. But typically, there's some combination of both required. So, for example, on the Spear Sergeant here, if I wanted to unlock his helmet, or an improved version of their helmets, I guess I should say, it's going to cost me 300 prestige, and then another sum of copper to apply it to them, and then a little bit more copper if I wanted to be able to wear it myself. Let's actually see if there's something for the Shu available. I'll buy it so you guys can see how that works. No, unfortunately there isn't, at least not for that guy. Maybe for this one. Okay, well this one's already unlocked, so I can show you. So I spent the required prestige to unlock this, and then if I click this here, I can spend 900 to equip it to them, or 900 to equip it to myself. Obviously, that's one or the other, not both, so it'd be 1800 for each. And there's all kinds of different upgrades. You can apply different weapons to them, different clothing, so on and so forth. And let's get back to the main page here. So, I should probably recruit those guys back to full strength before we jump into a battle. But you can apply certain sets to them. So I have set 1, which was my current set. Let's go into the storage and I'll show you my character. So here's what I'm rolling with so far. I've got this horse, I've got this two-handed war axe, I've got some Greek javelins, because I created a character who is a Roman. They'll let you create Roman characters right now, but you can't access any of the units or anything. They're still being worked on. So I started as a Roman. That's why I look like a typical white guy and not like a Chinese soldier. I've got a Parma shield and a bronze mace. And then the clothing I'm wearing is actually Wei clothing for the most part, I believe. It's kind of a mixed match. I've got a little bit of both factions on there. So that's sort of how the game works. Command mode is basically what I described earlier. You've got a bunch of these guys following you around. You can put them in formations and move them and tell them to charge, tell them to defend, whatever you want to do. Again, 5-on-5 with objectives. Duel mode is basically just like it's like a 5-on-5 hero battle with none of the other stuff. And then Epic War is PvE. I haven't played that yet because I haven't unlocked it. Actually, I did unlock it. I just unlocked it, level 5. For dual mode, you need to be level 8, so I haven't been able to touch that yet. And then this, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's going to be. But I've been playing mostly command mode so far, and I've really enjoyed it. So let's get into some gameplay so I can show you guys what to expect from this one. Also, probably important to mention, it's a free-to-play online game, so you do not need to spend any money to play this, although there are obviously microtransactions and stuff through the account tab here where you can buy currency and things like that, as you would expect. So let's jump into a game here. It might take a while because I am on the North America servers and it's very late, so we'll see what happens, but there should be somebody online, I'm sure. Also, the game is pretty active. You can see the in the chat here, it's going off pretty frequently, so there are a lot of people playing this, at least in my experience. I'm decent at this game. I've done pretty well. I'm usually in the top 3 on my team, but I'm sure the fact that I'm recording this will have something to say about that. That's usually how it goes. You do really, really well off camera, and then you start recording and you do awful. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll definitely see. Alright, so in the landing screen here for this battle, you basically pick where you want to deploy. I'm going to deploy right here and confirm that. You know, if you're running with crossbowmen or whatever, you probably want to deploy back. If you're running with, you know, melee infantry, you probably want to deploy a little bit more forward, but it really depends. And I haven't noticed like any sort of like meta tactics anybody's using. It just seems like everybody kind of does their own thing. By the way, the wait time for that match was 1 minute and 10 seconds, so not too bad at all. So here we go. Again, the combat is very Mount and Blade. If you look at the character, there's a little indicator on him. So that's an overhand swing. You've got swipe right, swipe left, and this is like a thrust, or I guess with the axe I can't do a thrust, but you get the idea. So we've got our guys following me here. If I press F4, I can put them into a formation. So I'm going to have them form up into a square in front of me. You can see that they're running with sort of similar stuff to what I have on. They're not going to wear my armor because it's from a different faction, but they've got the mace and the two-handed axe that I'm using. So you can equip them however you like. You can use one of your slots for like your stuff, and then one of your slots for oh, I didn't mean to run him over. I meant to slice him. But yeah, so you've got 2 slots. You can do like one for you and then the other for you, or your guys. Having a hard time focusing and talking at the same time here. Being on horseback with this axe, I'm just kind of slashing randomly through here since I'm pretty safe where I am. This guy doesn't really seem to notice that I'm wailing on him. So he's not down. I have to finish him by pressing E. Oh, my horse just stomped his head. That's pretty brutal. I didn't know you could do that on horseback. You can do it on foot, obviously, and those are pretty brutal too, but I've never done it on horseback before. You unlock a horse around level 5, so I don't have a ton of experience with horses. Also, if you double tap W, you can charge, and he'll do that little swinging animation, which is pretty cool because you can tear through stuff really effectively. Let's get in here, and I'm going to try to drop that guy. Oh, did I just... No, it was somebody else. Okay. Finish him. I don't know where I'm swinging right now. Oh, that hit him. Yeah, nice. Finish him off. There we go. Oh no, I got unhorsed. I better get back up and do something about that. I can't let him get back up. There we go. Interrupted again? You gotta be kidding. Okay, those are friendlies. For the most part, anyways. Let's try this again. Okay, so we got through that time. Yeah, I lost my horse. That sucks. Where did that one guy go? I saw a red name around here somewhere. He must have gotten killed. Let's see. I'm gonna get my javelins ready. We'll throw some at this guy. Oh, is that me? I couldn't tell who hit him there, but he got wrecked. So you can carry 4 weapons just like Mount and Blade, which is pretty cool. I've got the shield, obviously, as you guys saw, the mace, the axe, and javelins, which is a pretty typical loadout for me. Even in Mount and Blade, I usually run with a shield, a 2-hander, a 1-hander, and a throwing weapon. So nothing new here. There's no sprint. You basically have to double tap W to charge, and that is essentially your sprint button, although your stamina limits that. Did I get the kill there? Oh no, he's over here.
Triple kill.
Nice. Let's finish him off. The animation's being weird. There we go.
Victory is moments away.
So I did pretty well there. I got 4 kills. I had the most on my team, although my score wasn't as high as this guy's for some reason. No assists, that's why. We did pretty good though overall. I'm pretty happy with that. So let's head back to the main screen. Alright, so I leveled up, which is nice. I got MVP, which is cool. For some reason, I wasn't up top, but I was still MVP, so that's nice. I'm not going to save that video. This is a nice feature though. You can save video of games where you did really well. But since I'm recording this already, I don't see a point. So let's take a look at our upgrades now that we've leveled up a little bit. I don't think we got much there. Really what I'm waiting for is enough prestige to unlock these Navy Staff Centurions. So I need 5,500. I've only got about 1,400 right now. So it's going to be a while. Let's see. I have 100 exploit. I don't think that's nearly enough. Yeah. So you could get other special items here. These aren't associated with any faction, but they cost a lot of exploit, which is pretty hard to come by. You get it from fighting, as far as I know, but it's hard to get a lot of it, from what I've seen. So yeah, nothing really to do there upgrade-wise. What else is there to do? Here's the marketplace. There's a lot of weapons and stuff, so let's take a look at like one-handed weapons. There's 5 pages of one-handed swords, axes, maces, and such. That looks like a 2-handed weapon. No? Okay, it's a one-handed pike. Very cool. So you could rock that with a shield, for example. There's a lot of cool armor. Again, none of the Roman stuff is in yet, but it will be soon. There's some Roman clothing already, because you saw I had like a Roman tunic in my inventory. So the way armor works is you've got a couple slots here, 3 slots basically. You've got the torso, so basically everything from like your waist up to your neck down to your arms, and then on top of that you can apply some sort of shoulder or arm armor. So some sort of pauldron like this, or they can be an arm guard like what I was wearing before. They can be bracers and like a cloak type thing. They can get pretty elaborate. So like there's these big buckskin arm guards, for example. There's like single-sided iron arm guards with like metal joints in them. There's just straight up like pauldrons. All kinds of stuff. And then you have the helmets, obviously. There's some really, really cool helmets. Let's go to the end where you guys can see like this super high tier stuff. Like this one here, it's pretty badass. This one is pretty cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff in this. This period in gaming is not one that you see very often, so I kind of enjoy it. I'm really excited for the Roman stuff just because I'm a huge Roman history buff. But it is cool to see like all the ancient Chinese stuff that you don't typically see in games very often. And then you have the leg guards. So these are basically everything from the waist down. You don't have like a separate thing for shoes and pants. It's all one. So it's all one piece like that. But it's really cool to let you try on everything so you can see exactly how it'll look on your character, which is nice. Not all games do that. There's also extensive, well, I wouldn't say extensive, but there's a lot of different types of horses of varying qualities. So there's horses like this. There's horses with like cool looking braids and stuff. All types of different colors, and they'll have different stats and so on and so forth. And then there's a ton of different horse armor too. So you can throw like different saddles on him. Some of them have like armor like that. There's even like really heavy plated ones, or I guess it's technically lamellar, but real heavy armor like that to protect your horse. You can see these cost a heck of a lot of copper, but copper's not really all that hard to come by. It's the prestige to unlock this stuff that is usually the limiting factor. So yeah, lots of cool items. Again, you've got the Roman stuff coming too, which I'm really excited for. And then this Legion thing, I believe, is basically their version of like a clan or a guild system. I haven't tried joining one or anything, but I assume that's what it is. That's exactly what it sounds like from the description. You got different events happening here. This is only my second day playing, so I've only got... Actually, I do have a couple of rewards, so I'll claim my 1,000 coppers there, which isn't going to do much for me. But if I leave the game running or whatever for another hour, I'll get some prestige and whatever the heck these are. Oh, 100 exploits. Okay, so that would add to here as well. And anything else? You got, these are like your dailies and whatever. So yeah, all kinds of stuff there. Inbox for messages and so on. Videos. So these are different tutorial videos? Yeah, teaching videos. And I think that's about it. I guess I'll break off the episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I have absolutely adored this game so far. Again, I picked it up, or I downloaded it yesterday. Again, it's free. And I've been playing for, I think, about 2 or 3 hours now. So I'm definitely not that far into the game, but I really enjoy it. If you like Mount Blade style combat in a different setting, you might really enjoy this. Especially since this is online with some definite like MOBA inspirations to it. So again, with the little guys running around following you, you can command them. There's different types of battles. We didn't get to really see it there because that last fight was so quick, but there's different sorts of objectives that you can capture that will respawn your horse or give you recruits to sort of like replenish your army. They may not necessarily be the units that you were already using. I've managed to recruit like crossbowmen off one of them before, so it could be random or depending on the map or the objective that you capture. But there's a lot of really cool stuff in this game, so I definitely think it's worth giving a shot if you guys are interested in this sort of gameplay. I'm definitely enjoying it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Tiger Knight with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for my next First Look video.